Hello. It's Dr. Dawn.
Hi, everybody. Hey. It's Mystical Monday. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hey, I'm here. It is Mystical Monday Live. It's 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all know what? Nothing. I just wanted to say, y'all know what? I'm so happy to be here. I'm happy to see you guys. I'm happy that it's Monday yet again. These Mondays roll around so quickly, so quickly. By the time I get through posting the little clips and the reels on my other platforms, look like it's time for Monday to roll around again. But here we are. Here we are. Hey. This time I feel a little naked because I usually have TikTok going live on right next to me on my right, but no TikTok live tonight. I've asked all of the TikTokers to come on over to YouTube. So I'm going to give them some time to come over here because I'm sure many of them are coming because they know it's that time, and many of them are logging on and seeing that I'm not there. So hopefully they are getting the notice that we are over here on YouTube. Ooh, so somebody said the quality is poor. Ooh. That's one of the reasons why I am only going live on YouTube. I'm having some Wi-Fi issues. I'm having some connection issues, which is not a shock to me, because that's been the story of my life. These last couple of weeks, little snafus here and there, technological things happening. But that's to be expected. We talked about this. We knew that these kind of things would be happening because of the information. Well, not just because of the information that we're sharing, but just because of the energies that are working not always for us, I should say. So when you say the quality is poor, whoever that is it the sound quality or the visual quality or both? Let me know so maybe I can make some adjustments if you let me know before we get going. Looks good on my end. Everything looks fine. Okay, you can hear me clearly. What about the picture? Is it like freezing up or delaying? Because I know we've been having that a lot lately. Hopefully, I can get these people when they come out here tomorrow to get this Wi-Fi situation together. Visual. What does the visual look like? You guys are saying the visual quality. Oh, it's blurred. Wow. Blurred. I don't like the blurriness. Let me see something. Now watch me go playing with stuff and might mess it up. Let me see. That's the best quality it's giving me, huh? Not sure. I bet it's because of the hmm. I can't, is it like so blurry that you can't see me, you guys? Or I don't think, we don't want to do that. I don't think that did anything to help. You can see me? Okay, it's just pixelated. Yeah, it is the Wi-Fi. It's the Wi-Fi, you guys. I can definitely tell that because I actually have my hotspot on my phone because the Wi-Fi is not doing right. And so my apologies. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, but we're gonna get through today. I didn't want to have you guys miss this today because next week I will not be on this Mystical Monday because I'm going to honor the social media detox that's going to be taking place from August 1st to August 7th. So if you guys haven't heard about it, from August 1st to August 7th, there's going to be a social media detox that's going to take place, and it is so we can reset the matrix. Well, obviously we need to do that at this point. The only way we can do that is if you guys stop scrolling long enough to like be still and be intentional in the stillness and be in solitude and isolation somewhat so that you can recalibrate and reset. And so it is being spread that August 1st through the 7th is going to be the time when we do this collectively. I will not be uploading any social media, anything on my social media the 1st through the 7th, so all next week. So don't look for anything from me. These clips from tonight's live will run if they're visibly doable. We'll see if I can put those out. But other than that, I probably won't come on social media at all next week. So I want to explain that to you. And I want to make sure you guys were aware because it's not getting spread as quickly as we would like, but hopefully it'll amp up. We got some other things going on in the news right now that are taking precedence, and you guys kind of know what that is because it's everywhere and all over everywhere. Or several different things, but we'll make sure that we at least know about it and we can participate in it. So don't look for me next Monday. All right. Okay. So we got that out the way. Now, my TikTokers, I think you guys have had time to come in because these eyes on me have increased significantly. And so, okay, everybody say it's just not HD quality. Okay. Okay. That's fine for today. I mean, it won't be like this next time, hopefully, but we just got to get through today. So let's make it through today. And we're going to get this information and we're going to get it together. Get it together. All right. Y'all remember, we are still in that fire horse energy. Y'all ain't forgotten now. Remember, that horse is still burning, it's still galloping, it's still riding, it's still guiding you guys through this particular period right now that we have here on Earth. Don't get sidetracked because of all this stuff that we've been talking about leading up into this point and all the other stuff that's coming. We're still in the year of the fire horse. And so with that in mind, you guys, I made tonight's title, you got to stay in the game. Stay in the game because it's really about to start getting good. Yeah, yeah. And so at some point, all of you will reach burnout. Your flame will feel as if it needs to go out because y'all can't do it no more. You can't take no more steps. You tired of being tired. You sick of this and having to do that and looking for this and waiting on. You're going to get to the point where you're tired. I know that. We all get to that point. But when you get to that point, it is important that you realize, you guys, that you realize. This is what I want you to realize, and it'll help you get through it. If you are not in the awareness and understanding and agreement that you're in the matrix simulation, these things are going to be difficult for you to get through. Okay. You're going to have more times of being tired than you will of moving forward. If you switch and realize, if you haven't realized by now, you don't escape the matrix. You don't escape it. You have authority over it. That is what you guys are moving towards, authority over the matrix. You ain't trying to escape it because you know it is what it is. It exists and you're in it, but you are moving towards having authority over it. You are the game sequence. You are the game sequence. And so playing it and enjoying it is where you must stay throughout this process. Okay. Keeping in mind, you guys, that this is a game sequence can keep your momentum going. It does for Dr. Dawn. It always has, because I always look at it, and I'm not a competitive person, but I always look at it in the framework that I am in a simulated reality. And as long as I'm in this simulated reality, I have to master certain things while I'm in it so I can have authority over it and it doesn't have authority over me. Now, because many people, many of these earthlings that we have here, all our humans here right now, many of us now have more awareness than ever before, you guys. You may even have more insight than the secret societies and the elite who implemented this thing and have been keeping it going for so long because your frequencies have surpassed their level of understanding and awareness. Can y'all believe that? They watching y'all now. Many have surpassed even what they understand this matrix to be and what they have used the significance and indicators of the matrix to their advantage. They're starting to get stuck because the knowledge and awareness to the collective is expanding so much until they like, wait a minute, we got to keep up. Wait, did y'all know that? Go get a pen, write it down, take notes. They're getting a little frazzled because you're surpassing their knowledge and their wisdom. You're now being watched. You're being watched. It ain't just Dr. Dawn. Y'all think because Dr. Dawn is on these airwaves, honey, and I'm visible that, it's people like me, but y'all being watched too in your everyday lives and everything that you do and everywhere that you go. This system, this grid, this game encompasses the entire planet. And they don't like that you're getting more aware and expanding quicker and faster than them. See, here in this higher frequency realm, this new timeline that you're on, outside of the lower dimensional matrix system, we have so many matrices going on, honey. We got a lot of matrices going on. It ain't just one. You got matrices within matrices. See, we got one matrix simulation running where there are many who want to increase the awareness of humanity. A lot of y'all playing in that simulation, in that game. Okay. We got some people playing in the simulation of the program of mastering how to astral travel and explore the galactic realm. Okay. All right. We got some playing in the program and the simulation of preparing for the extraterrestrial arrival, connecting, communicating. Yeah. And so on and so on and so on. We got a whole lot of different games going on. See, I want to put this into your awareness and your framework tonight in the form of a game sequence. It will assist you in better understanding and better being able to maneuver and better being able to make decisions and choices that align with your character player. Oh, thank you for the jewels. I appreciate that. Thank you. So when you stay in the mindset that this is a simulated reality, quote unquote, a game, it changes it. Now, for the competitive ones of you, y'all playing to win. If there is such a thing, I'm playing to have authority over it. You can choose whatever you want to do. And if you're in it just to exist, you probably won't be on this live. You won't. You won't align with the frequency of this live. No matter which matrix or program that you're running currently, because everybody's running their own separate individual program, the planetary and the moon cycles present opportunities for you to advance in the game. Now, let me put a pin right there. A lot of times when I'm posting content and information, people can't keep up with me. They feel like she's all over the place. Like today, she's talking about, spirituality and the ego and healing work and shadow work. And then tomorrow, she may be talking about Mercury and retrograde. And then the next day, she may be talking about quantum physics and, codes and, like she's all over the place. I'm not. I have the awareness of how all these pieces connect together. Many people who are here on the planet right now are drawn to a piece that aligns with why they're here. So I have some people here who are psychics and mediums and, love crystals and Reiki healing. And they're into that spirituality component and they're in it, they're hitting it, and they're connected to it. One program. Then I have some beings who are here who are into past lives, looking at the different types of extraterrestrials, who they are, where they are, and how they relate to them in this realm, communication with them. Okay, they're in that and they're fixated on that while using their intuition and intuitive abilities, to connect and channel. All right, I got some more people who are here who are into those quantum codes. Yeah, those binary codes, trying to see the connection between numbers and symbolism and what's happening on the grid and how to shift and looking at the frequency and analyzing the frequencies and the energy that goes with. I got the quantum people. You see, we got all these people, and sometimes people are navigating towards one area. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. But then you have like someone who integrates all of it, and not to say that if you don't integrate all of it, you're doing it wrong. That's not it. But because of my purpose and why I'm here, I have to integrate all of that because what? I'm connecting with each of y'all. I'm connecting with everybody. So I got to know a little of this, a little of that, a little of this, a little of that. And I got to touch on a little of this, a little of that. And I got to put it out and I make it all come together so everybody can see, feel, and understand cohesively how it is all together. Otherwise, many are operating solo, separately, as if these things exist separately and they all coexist. Y'all got that? Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you for the jewels. Um, that's right. Things are constantly changing and shifting. Always understanding where you are in the moment. Where you are in the moment is very important during your time here. It's very important because in the moment, you may be in the midst of getting quantum codes downloaded and shared with you. And you're getting these codes and you're like, why do I keep seeing this number? And what does this number sequence mean? And let me write it down and let me look at, but at the same time, you're starting to kind of get some psychic information about what's to come. You're seeing some things that are coming in the future while you're getting these codes. So you're integrating different aspects of your higher frequency that you have gained on your new timeline. You're just not in an awareness of it. But now you guys are going to start being in an awareness of where you are at every moment in your day so you can recognize all of the different facets that you are integrating. Okay? So many of us, when we started on our journey, we started at some point in religion. Usually that's where we start. When you start there, the integration of all this other stuff I'm talking about, quantum, spirituality, cosmic, all that don't even come into your awareness when you're doing that. That's usually like a one and only a solo kind of thing that you're going through. I didn't include that on this timeline because many of you have moved beyond religious concepts and you've gotten into higher dimensional thoughts and awareness as it relates to the big picture of everything and why you're here. Okay? This was not expected for many, many years that we would get to this point, that we would get this knowledge and this wisdom and this awareness. We were in a box. We learned and we were controlled by what they programmed and gave us to learn and to know about ourselves and our evolution. But now we're out of the box. Now, as I mentioned just a few minutes ago, no matter where you are in your journey, knowing what is going on in the with these planets and the moon cycles is very beneficial and assistive because these planetary cycles and moon cycles are designed, you guys, to assist you in to assist you in playing the game effectively. Okay, that's the let's say that assist you in playing the game. Look, I'm getting information while I'm talking to you. I'm trying to take in information and say information. All right, let's start seeing how these dots connect. So, like currently, Saturn is in retrograde. Y'all know that because that's all over social media. It's everywhere, all over. And this is going to be in effect until December 2026. So let's kind of explore what's happening between now and then, how this affects your gameplay, and how intentional you're going to be over the next 5 months as it relates to how this energy is working with you in your game sequence versus against you. All right. So, like, first of all, just be aware of distractions. The more you guys get into the awareness of all this stuff that is going on, especially over the next 5 months, you're going to have so many distractions that come up, big, small, whatever they are. Recognize when it's a distraction so you can pivot, turn, and regroup. Because every time you're getting ready to step into a truth, a truth about you, your soul, this planet, this game, usually a distraction will be right on your heels almost every time. See, truth is being revealed right now, similar to how we're experiencing disclosure. It will like look more into the images that you've had of others and of yourself. So over the next 5 months, and specifically during this particular Saturn in retrograde, you guys are going to start looking, and you've been examining the people around you forever. You kind of know that you know those characters, okay? But now you're going to start getting more insights, not just into them, but into you. You're going to start seeing how you've been manipulated in some situations, or how you've been the manipulator, and things are going to start falling apart a little bit in your world because you're on a new timeline, you're on a new frequency, and to say it simply, you got to stop. You have to stop engaging in these patterns, if you will, that are causing this reciprocal kind of mirror to keep showing up on your path. See, the focus during this retrograde is not so much on others as we have done in previous retrogrades, but it's on you, exposing you. It's time for you to expose you. And many of you are going to say, well, Dawn, I do that all the time. I take accountability. You know how y'all do. But you're no longer going to be able to ignore the things that bother you anymore. You're not going to be able to do that, because up until now, you guys tell yourself, you say, oh, I've healed from that. So if I go around, or I'm subjected to this situation, I'll be okay because I recognize it. So, it'll be all right because I won't absorb it and I won't integrate it, and I can just move past it. See, what y'all don't realize is just like when you heal from a paper cut. You get the cut, you bleed, it hurts, put a band-aid on it, you clear it up, and then it heals and you back to normal. But are you back to normal, or are you back to yourself, your old self? See, many of y'all are healing, but you're going back to your old self. In the process, you don't complete the evolutionary process. You just heal through recognition, and then you just repeat the pattern. See, now with this Saturn in retrograde, things are going to amplify so loud because to get you out this pattern, because we've been talking about these repeated cycles, these loops, but now Spirit say, let's tell them a pattern now. Give them another example of what it is. It's a pattern. Things are going to amplify loud enough to where you realize that to some point you are just pretending. You're pretending to be something or someone that you are not. How many of y'all doing that? You're in your spiritual journey. You feel as if you're evolving, but it's kind of like a facade a little bit. It's an external facade. A young lady said on social media today, I heard her say, we live from the inside out. From the inside out. And we know this. What happens on the inside shows up on the outside. But many of you are operating from the outside in. You're saying the words, you're putting on the face, you're demonstrating characteristics, but the inside is still having the pattern. See, what has happened for many people is that because you've healed and you're continuing the same patterns, you're causing the wounds that were cleared and healed to resurface, but now it's going to be exposed with this Saturn retrograde. It's going to expose it. You ain't going to be able to do it no more. See, I've been seeing all over social media, everybody's like, oh, Saturn's in retrograde. Here comes the karma. Yeah, like get ready. Whatever was put out, now is the time for it to come to the surface, and Saturn's going to deal with it because Saturn is about justice. Saturn, yes, it is. But you got to look at it justice in every aspect. It's justice as it relates to you and how you deal with your karma. See, whatever form of wealth that you're seeking, because you're either seeking financial wealth, physical health, wealth, spiritual wealth, emotional wealth, mental wealth, like all these different forms of wealth. Don't matter which one you seeking. Right now, your path is illuminating, is being lit up so that you have it in abundance. You have the path, you have whatever it is that you need in abundance, but it doesn't have you. Don't y'all understand the entire purpose of this simulated reality? Is for you to come here with not just to, we say it's Earth school, you learn some things about Earth, you learn the instructions and directions on how to play the game, you do, and in the process of doing that, you come up with some things that you desire to experience while you're here. But the object of the game is to make sure when you get to the point that you experience or you receive those things that you are requesting, that those things don't have you. You have authority over those things. Hence, in the beginning, I told you guys about being in this simulated reality, but your goal is to have authority over the matrix. That's what I mean. Have authority over it. See, right now we've been playing, well, not right now, but before now, we've been playing blindly in the matrix. Now you're playing intentionally and with sovereignty. So you are playing for your authority over it. See, when you have this authority over it, that's your higher frequency of your desires that you have accumulated on this new timeline. That's what you got once you came here on this new timeline. See, if you're in the game sequence, and you're playing it, you're a main character player playing in the sequence, it more than likely involves you having some sort of purpose. Okay? Some sort of purpose. Because the purpose is what gets you involved and continuing in the game. So it's some kind of purpose that you have here. Okay? If you don't have a purpose, then you're not consciously playing the game. Your purpose is very directly connected to your gaming matrix. This is your matrix inside of the matrix. So we have this simulated reality, but each one of us have our own simulations or our own programs that we're running. So we're running our own individual matrices inside of the big matrix. And you could take it further than that. Some people say when we're in our sleep state or our dream state, we leave this version of our program in reality and we escape and go to another matrix. So it's a matrix inside a matrix inside a matrix. I've talked about this before, but now that we're in the higher frequencies, the understanding of it may hit a little bit different than it did before when I brought it up. I want all of you to normalize being alone. Let's get normal with being alone, because up until now we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be lonely. We want to have somebody. We want to have, people around us. We want to be able to socialize. We want to be able to let's normalize in this new frequency and timeline that being alone intentionally for an intentional amount of time is okay. It is suggested. It is doable. It is part of it. It is needed for the evolution. Because the biggest tools that you require or that can be used to deter or frustrate you many times is if you are placed in isolation. So it's like in the past, being in isolation was like a form of punishment. or the dark lower energies would try to push you in that direction because they knew it would break you. Because they say humans don't like to be alone. Humans can't be alone. Humans don't want to be alone. So they would try to do things to get you to move or cause you to be in isolation so you would give up. You'd be sad. You'd be depressed. You'd be da 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 da. But if you guys intentionally make isolation part of who you are, I ain't saying all the time, 100% of the time, 7 days a week. I'm not saying that. But if you make it more a part of who you are, it has no power over you anymore. And being in isolation is one of the biggest ways to connect and to receive your instructions and your guidance for the gameplay. See, when you can intentionally isolate yourself, you open up the channels frequently for continued gameplay. Now, I'm really emphasizing this gameplay thing because I've watched my nephew play with the headset on, and he's playing against people that he don't even know, but all over wherever on that PlayStation, doing all of that and everything. You guys kind of don't realize, but you're getting, just as in the PlayStation series, I know my nephew used to get paid for giving people instructions, like showing them how to get off a certain, I guess, board or whatever, or see, and he used to do that. You guys are getting the same instructions in your game matrix sequence. You are. You're getting them from the beings that you are connecting with and that you align with. They're constantly giving you the instructions and the codes for your individual game. But until you get really comfortable and connected with that, isolation is paramount. Isolation, and when I say isolation, y'all don't mean extended period of time. You can isolate for an hour a day. But isolate, make it normal, make it comfortable so that you can receive your gameplay instructions. Baby, I'm getting my gameplay 24/7. When I told y'all my thoughts left and they turned into messages, that's gameplay. That's gameplay. Let me see what y'all comments are. I don't want to wait till the end. Okay, y'all saying you here for the update. Okay, activation. So, okay, seeing. Yes, ma'am. That's right. Okay, solitude. All right, good. Gameplay is correct because that is exactly what it is. I don't think a lot of people in the spiritual realm like to refer to it as gameplay. They don't like that because gameplay minimizes it. To them, it seems like it takes the higher frequency out of it, because when we say spirituality, we want to talk about, consciousness and, elevating to source and God. And, and so they don't like to diminish that by saying it's a game. The two can be true at once. The two can be true at once. Somebody said, when you say isolation, you mean meditation? No, ma'am. When I say isolation, I mean get somewhere and sit down by yourself. Just literally get somewhere and sit down by yourself. You can sit in a chair in a room, sit there and listen, tune in. You can do meditation, you can, but I just mean get somewhere by yourself. I used to sit in my car a lot of times when I was working. I used to sit on my break outside my car. Isolate. Let me isolate. Don't need to sit by y'all and eat lunch. Let me go sit by myself. So it doesn't necessarily have to include meditation. Just isolate. Learn to be by yourself. Be by yourself so you can hear, so you can connect. All right. So now that you guys realize, or now that we're moving towards the game sequence, like I told y'all in the title of this, I say, oh, y'all stay in the game, stay in it, because it's gonna get good. Y'all teeter-tottering, and a lot of people getting like a little frustrated, like, oh, I've been waiting, I'm in the this, the that. No, you're not waiting, you're still playing. You're always playing the game. At each level of this game, have y'all noticed y'all have gotten new information? What I'm talking about now, or what you've just heard about in this past month or the last month, you didn't know that last year or the year before that. You keep leveling up. and you keep getting more directions and information based on where you are in or where you're ranking in the game. See, right now, this retrograde is pushing you guys. It's pushing you to like finish certain things. You gotta like we gotta finish some projects, some things that we've left dangling because that'll disrupt your game. See, many of us, like Dr. Dawn, I'm guilty of it too. I will sometimes start some stuff or I'll think about some things, some projects, some ideas, but I just don't follow all the way through. I may stop. This retrograde is not getting ready to let you stop. It's getting ready to say, hey, wait a minute. We brought that was brought to your awareness for a reason. You started it 2 years ago, you got here, and then you stopped. We need you to go back and revisit it because it's very pivotal to the next phase that is coming up in your game sequence. That's why we brought it to you back then, so you would be ready. But since you didn't want to do it then, now you got to do it now. So when you get these sudden ideas out of the blue that are reminding you of some things that you were thinking about or that you started, that's why. This retrograde is saying, look, either you're going to finish this project or you're going to remove it. But either way, we got to remove this data from your program because it's taking up storage space. It's taking up storage space and it is limiting your game program on the various different options that you can have because you don't have that much space left over. You got too much data. So if you feel like you are going to close out something, and again, I'm saying projects, it's not just projects, y'all. It is circumstances, is hey, you was looking for another job 2 years ago. You still on the job and not liking it. And we brought this idea to you and that. What you gonna do? What we doing? You gonna close this out and take this position or look over here for the job? Or what we doing? We shutting it down? You get ready to get in them kind of positions. Hey, you're not happy in this relationship. You still in it. We continue to give you guidance. We're trying to bring somebody new to you, but we need some more storage space. You got too much data. You get ready to shut this relationship down? Or you get ready to go to counseling and try to work on it? Which one you doing? Y'all get ready to be in them kind of situations. It's getting ready to tell you to put up or shut up because we got to move on. Because that's where you are in this sequence. Now, you are in preparation, if you haven't figured it out, for something bigger. All of y'all, you're in the expansion phase. Expansion means bigger everything in your life. This is why this storage space must be determined right now so that you can hold everything that's coming towards you. It's going to make sure you realize that if you've been avoiding something, you're getting ready to feel it over and over and over the next few months if you don't address it now. This is the universe's way, the game sequence's way of assisting you so that you can move forward through the use of the energy from the moon and the planetary cycles, as I mentioned to you guys in the beginning. That's why we have those moon and planetary cycles. They serve a purpose in your sequence, a purpose in your spirituality, a purpose in your cosmic growth. They fits across all parameters. So many of you may not have been interested or connected to astrology or the moon or something, but y'all getting into it now on this new timeline. Y'all like, now what's that retrograde mean? And when is Mercury in retrograde? And what's going to happen? And what? Now y'all inquiring because this new timeline requires it. Your old timelines, the lower dimensional realms, you could have been oblivious to that stuff. Matter of fact, the powers that be wanted you to be oblivious. But now you turned on. You got everything turned on, everything activating. Now you getting aware of every and all things around you and how they all connect. Start intentionally intentionally preparing yourselves for transmissions that are coming in. Now, I told you guys a few minutes ago, I said, get familiar with isolating. Somebody in the comments said, okay, I understand what that means. Be present. Absolutely. It means be present, but it means be open for transmissions, incoming data. Incoming data. This incoming data may come in the form of, since we're in this retrograde, it may come in the form of things you need to remove and take a look at so you can make more space, or it may come in the form of things that are trying to come towards you, but they can't. If you've been avoiding, like, feeling as if you're actually in a matrix game, like simulation transmissions occur like constantly at every step in the game, you can't avoid that because they're going to be coming at every step in the game. You're going to get to the point where you almost feel like you're AI or robotic because this is going to come in like full. Some of you are there now. You're getting so many transmissions each day that you're overwhelmed by all of the information that is coming in, all of the guidance. Now that you can hear, now that you are trusting, now that you are following the guidance, the transmissions are coming in more frequently. If you're waking up heavy, literally with a heaviness, an energetic heaviness, this is very closely connected to the energy of Saturn. You may feel this heaviness when you wake up. It may feel like gravity is like holding you down, but it is actually resistance from you avoiding things that you have been delaying, putting off, or not completing. It's now going to show up in the form of a very distinct heaviness to signal to you, warning, warning, you're avoiding, you're in avoidance. Regroup, recalibrate, go back, reassess. You're going to be receiving thoughts and messages of things that are unfinished until you get them done. Let's get them done now. Let's get them done. See, when we get these little insights from the planetary alignments and the moon cycles, there are codes for the game. You can ignore all this. I'm saying you can. You don't have to do any of this. You don't. But when you're in an awareness of it and things aren't aligning the way you feel they should, or things are occurring in a way that is different from what you thought, having an understanding and awareness of the planets and the moon and how they play a part in this thing can help you significantly. I think the first 7 years of my awakening, I was never drawn to astrology. Not really. No, because remember, my background started, or my awakening started as it relates to psychic and mediumship. So I was very heavily into that. Very heavily into that. Couldn't tell you anything about a retrograde or anything. Like, I wasn't doing that. But I could tell you about intuition. I could tell you about the clairs. I could tell you about the chakras. I could tell you all of that because that was where I resided in my energy. But then as I continued to increase my frequency and awareness, and then the understanding and the channels start coming in regarding the effects, the purposes, I should say, of these planets and my chakras and what I'm doing, and you keep expanding in your knowledge and your wisdom, and you start saying, oh my gosh, I didn't know that all this time. I completely wasn't paying attention to none of that. It shifts how you play and how things start happening and showing up for you, because now you got more tools to work with and you got a better understanding of how to use those tools. You're not looking at them separately. You're not compartmentalizing astrology and psychic stuff and mediumship and, astral traveling. But you're putting all those things are separate. Some of you really compartmentalize them into separate things that have nothing to do with each other. And they all have something to do with each other. See, over the next 48 hours, because we're coming into a full moon, I'm throwing a lot at y'all. We got the retrograde, we got the full moon, baby, we still in the fire horse. We got a lot of energies. But that's good because remember, we got that CERN that's shut down. CERN shut down. We got 4 years and we're working with all this energy now with a new place of awareness and a new purpose. That's why understanding this now and you guys integrating it now is going to be coming at you from every direction now. So you're in awareness of where you are on this path the entire time. So over the next 48 hours, there are going to be several small shifts that are going to take place because this moon, as you guys hear all the time with these moon cycles, we always say this one is powerful. This one is powerful, but it's only as powerful as where you are in your individual matrix. That's why for some of you, y'all be like, these moon cycles don't mean nothing. Well, it's not going to mean nothing if where you are in your individual matrix program is nowhere near the understanding and awareness of what this energy that's coming off from this moon means in the moment. It only becomes meaningful and powerful based on where you are. See, this moon that's coming in the next 48 hours, it is considered to be the amplification of what is strongest in you. So if some of you have the desire to be leaders, it's going to be amplified. You're going to feel like this little sudden burst of energy. Let me go do this video, or let me call so-and-so and tell them like kind of what I'm feeling or what I'm seeing. Or you're going to have this urge. Some of you are going to have the urge to like commit to something. You're going to say, okay, you know what? I done started losing weight 90 million times. I'm getting ready to commit to this. I'm getting ready to do blah, blah, blah. You're going to feel the commitment energy. And then some of you are going to kind of determine where you're going to focus your energy at this point. You say, well, I got all this going on. I got this stuff at work. I got this stuff. I'm trying to do this extension of my house. I'm trying to like travel here. Now you're going to say, wait a minute, let me get focused. Let me get focused and see where I'm placing my energy and how I'm doing this thing. That's what this full moon is doing. And then some of you are going to be in your side eye phase where you're looking at stuff and you're saying, now look, do I stay in this or do I let it go? Do I keep doing this particular activity or do I stop? Do I keep dealing with this particular person or do I go ahead and move on? That's coming forward for a lot of you. At any respect, you are continuing preparation that is going to align with an opportunity that is waiting for you that has been delayed. Many of us, we always have delayed opportunities. Your opportunities are always delayed because the universe is waiting for you to get to the opportunity by moving through all of these steps and sequences that is putting in front of you and these little nuggets that is handing you to get to the opportunity. Everybody's continuing moving towards their opportunity. You got a lot going on right now. You got a lot going on this planet. How you guys navigate and handle what's going on is going to be very, very interesting based on your new level of awareness and your new timeline. Thank you. Thank you for the jewels. Now, somebody said it works just like Sims. That's exactly what it is. When they created Sims, they were showing you, hey, hello, this is what you're doing. This is what you're in. Hello. I never played Sims. Never. And never, ever, ever. And I think it was divinely designed that way. So I could awaken when I was supposed to. Because had I played the Sims game, I might have kind of clicked on a little sooner than it was supposed to. So I never played it. But after my awakening, I went back and saw it. And I said, well, here it is right here in front of us. Here it is. See, I'm interchangeably, you guys, using my vocabulary to include the matrix game sequence as well as spirituality, as well as the cosmic quantum series of it, so that you guys can incorporate all of this. This is why your spirit guides vary, because it's based on, again, your individual matrix, what aligns for you, and where your connection is in the moment. At any moment, I could be speaking with the ancestral being that could be cosmic, which is maybe an Arcturian or a Pleiadian, or I could be talking to an ancestral being that is of African descent or Indian descent. Depends. I could be speaking to a being that is considered of the higher different realms, where you may say is angelic. Or so, like, it doesn't. It can go across realms and channels for me, as it will for all of you, when you recognize the connection between all of the things you're experiencing in this game sequence, as well as what you've experienced in previous game sequences. Somebody said, you you're like a support group leader for me. Thanks. Okay, I'll take that. I love that. Someone said in the comments in the last video, they said, I feel a shift. I feel like it's a shift happening, and I feel like you're here to kind of guide us through the shift. See, that's what y'all say. I told you, I realize who I am through you all. You are the reflection back. I love that. I love it. Now, when we talk about the game sequence too, let's talk about something as it relates to the matrix. Most people in this sequence will choose the purpose of assisting and saving humanity. You feel like you got to save humanity. You ain't got to save nothing. Ain't nobody tell you to save nobody. So don't get that caught up in your head that in order to be in the simulation, you got to work to play to save humanity. Nobody asked you to do that. We just want you to advance yourself, increase your awareness, find your peace, get in your alignment. If that is your purpose, that is good enough. That is good enough. Nobody said you had to get on these airwaves, start telling people, your experiences and what you think they should do and how to do it. Or, get out here and start a business where you are donating or assisting the collect. Like, you don't have to do that. Your purpose and play in the game could be to evolve yourself as a character. Period. Baby, Dr. Dawn, I'm gonna revisit my sequence and my character, because I keep changing my character, baby. I look, it moves as I move. And you guys will be doing that too. You'll be doing that too. You'll be moving and shifting in your character play as you evolve. And that's good too. That's absolutely positively good. Questions so far? Okay, let's see. Okay, says you've been shifting often and it's feeling like the Truman Show. Yeah. Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate that. It says you're here because you know a little bit about spiritual things but need more understanding. Okay. You know what? When it comes to spiritual things, you need more experiences. Yeah, because remember, we live from the inside out. And so when we experience things, it gives us the opportunity to open up for clarification, to receive wisdom and guidance. So I in my journey, I learned much of what I know right now through experience. That's the best teacher, because spirituality, in some instances, there are concepts you can't explain. You just have to experience them. Y'all try explaining um like synchronicities to a person who has no connection or awareness to that concept. They're going to tell you it's a coincidence, period. And that's all the framework they have is it's a coincidence. But you can't explain it. You like it's not a coincidence. It's like and you going and going, but it's something they have to experience in a moment to get it. And that is 90% of this higher consciousness or higher evolution in this sequence. You got to experience it to get it. That's the one thing I'm always stressing, like in my intuitive guidance classes. I can't make you be psychic or intuitive. I can't do that. I can guide you to an awareness, okay, of when these things are in your reality and how to use them to assist you when you become aware. You got to experience it. You got to tap into it. You got to activate it. Somebody says, for your classes, can we sign up for class 2 without class 1? Absolutely you can. If you read the description and you feel like it aligns with you, absolutely do it. Do it. I only offer the sequence to assist you guys with feeling comfortable with what you're doing, but you don't have to start at 1. You don't. You says, I feel like I can't just do one thing because I'm constantly evolving. That's absolutely it. You should be evolving every day, every second, every minute, every hour. You're evolving. Evolve. Everything is going to keep coming. New stuff is going to keep coming to your awareness. As long as you're activated and you're in an awareness, you're going to keep getting it up until you no longer are here. Yeah. Somebody asked me in the comments from the live, I think it was last week or the week before, like, when does this end? I didn't respond, but I'm going to tell you, I hope this person watches this live. Never. It doesn't. You're always going to be evolving. Always going to be evolving. Your awareness is going to continue to just keep blossoming and keep going and keep growing. That's why for some, the game sequence of it keeps them more in alignment and more connected because they recognize it as such, because we have the game sequence as something that as a point of reference for us and how gaming works. But even with a game, people will say, but you win, you can beat the game after a while. Yeah, but guess what? Then they come out with the next version, right? They come out with the next version of the game. And you keep going. It just keeps going. Yeah. So as long as you are living, you are evolving on this timeline. On this timeline. This is getting very tricky now because we literally have stepped away from the old timeline. Like I said in the beginning, you guys are not going to be able to engage in those things anymore that bother you. Those things and people that bother you, y'all gonna be keeping it very short and limiting and minimizing the interactions and the access to your energy that is given. But it's important for you guys to recognize during this Saturn retrograde who you are. This is time for you to see your karma in you, your mirror in you, if you are actively being and doing what you're saying. I'm constantly self-evaluating that on a regular with myself. Because when you're in the public eye or you're highly visible, you are constantly going, oh, wait a minute. I just said this yesterday. What I'm doing today? Like what I'm doing. You are always kind of a check and a balance with yourself. Comes with it. So for those of you who are going to be led to do that, you're always going to be checking and balancing. Be comfortable in who you are. Be comfortable in why you're here. Be comfortable in what you have to say and what you're here to do. I talked last week about divine protection. You're divinely protected. Remember that. Always remember that. Whenever you feel a little bit of maybe fear or a little bit of uncertainty or a little bit of skepticism, or just remind yourself, I'm divinely protected. Divinely protected. All right. This has been good. Good night tonight. Remember, you guys, next week I will not be here. I will be participating in the social media detox. We will not be, well, I will not be on social media or posting August 1st through the 7th. Many people in the, I guess, spiritual community are trying to do that. We are attempting to reset or assist with resetting the matrix. We're going to reset it. It's inundated with so much stuff now, you guys. Oh my goodness, it's so much information and just things coming from everywhere. Oh my gosh. And then infused with the AI, it's so much going on. It will overwhelm you guys. It will like short circuit you if you're not careful. If you're not careful, you'll short circuit. Yeah. If you guys are interested, well, my step one class is now closed. Look forward to starting that on August 6th. Thank you guys for signing up, who signed up. My exclusive chat group that meets this Sunday, August 2nd, is also closed. It now has a waiting list. I didn't expect that to fill up as quick. Now, because it is exclusive, I keep it small. And by small, I usually have under 10 people, but I expanded it this time to 20. So that's a lot for me. That's still exclusive, but it's a lot for me because I don't usually let my chat groups get that big when they're exclusive or private. But this one's pretty big, so I closed it out. And if you go to try to sign up for it, it will tell you that it's fully booked, but it'll say if you want to get on the wait list, please give your information. Please do so. And I will let you know when another chat group opens. Okay. This chat group is specifically for timeline jumping, giving you, it's three chat groups. We're going to do the before the jump starts, while you're in the jump, and then locking in the jump so that you can stay in the timeline and move in the direction that you want, and get these manifestations going and not teeter totter on and off these timelines. So that's what this chat group is about. Looking forward to that. And then if any of you are interested in one-on-one spiritual coaching sessions, aka game sequences, or looking at where we are in your game sequence or series, make sure you go to my website, discoveringyourinnerlight.com. You guys click on a 30 or 60-minute session. If we're going to get real detailed, I suggest a 60-minute. If you're just checking in, you got a couple of questions or concerned, and do the 30-minute. But in any respect, those are available for you guys right now. And then the 30-day Align and Shine program is still going right now, still going. And so I hope that you guys will take advantage of that. If you're feeling out of alignment and you want some assistance and some tools to get you aligned and aware so that you can start becoming an active channel for receiving divine guidance and following instructions accordingly. All right. I think we got it all. I appreciate all of you guys coming tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you, including my TikTokers. Thank you for coming over. I know this is not your comfort zone. We'll see if I come back after the detox to TikTok. We'll see. We'll see. We got some stuff going on over there. So I have to follow the messages and the guidance that I'm receiving. So we shall see. All right. Thank you for all of the eyes that were on me tonight. I hope this information assisted you guys. If it did, make sure you like the video. Special thanks to you guys who have shared the videos as well as hyped. Somebody hyped my last video. Appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Make sure you leave comments, questions. I always get to them. I would love to hear from you guys. Let's keep our community going through conversation and dialogue, even when we're not on this platform. All right. Okay, y'all. Until next time, everybody stay good. And remember, keep shining. All right. Ta ta.